I believe Aang can save the world.
Hello! The Boulder would like to introduce you to the Talk No Jutsu Podcast, featuring Aidan and Kyle.
Okay, I'm not the Boulder anymore. We're done.
Yeah, we thought that was funny.
It wasn't. It
Tell us
wasn't.
in the comments. I don't know. Maybe it was funny. I don't know.
The Boulder takes issue with that comment.
The Boulder says that we will be talking about Avatar: The Last Airbender today. The Boulder would like to warn you that there will be spoilers for literally anything in this franchise.
Maybe even the video games, because there were some, and Aang fought the Earth Nation, and that was awesome.
We're going to need to talk about the game. The games were amazing.
Yeah, but first of all, what was your favorite part about the series? Did you prefer the fights or the character development or maybe the jokes? Cactus Juice.
I think, honestly, looking back, I didn't know it. I just liked the show when I was younger, but I think what I liked about it was how I could tell it took me seriously.
Yeah, I understand that. It didn't treat you like you were just a kid. It treated you like another viewer, even if you were a kid.
Well, no, it was also like the way it's written is great because a kid, like I was following that show when I was pretty.
You said you were 8, right?
You know, I think I started watching that show during season 1, during book 1, because I remember I sat down, but I didn't have a TV in my room, my mom's TV was way bigger in her room, so I was in her room. I was like 6 years old. And I turned on the TV at night, and I watched the season finale to book 1.
Huh?
Like I remember, I remember Nickelodeon hyped it up because Avatar was a really big deal on that channel.
Yeah, Avatar really was one of the giants of Nicktoons.
Yeah, and then they ruined it with Korra by screwing the show over because they're stupid.
We'll talk about that in a little.
We'll talk about Korra.
I started watching the show around book 2, somewhere halfway into it. Then I went back and watched every single episode.
It's so good.
Yeah, the way it tells you and feeds you the lore, it's not condescending in any regard.
It's
in
also
fact,
really
when it is
easy to
condescending, it's
understand.
usually a joke.
Yeah.
Honestly, I feel like this show is one of the best animated anime on ever, really. And yes, it's an anime. Fight me.
Yeah, Avatar
I will
is
drop kick you
fantastic.
if you say it isn't.
Yeah, I will argue for that too. But what I think also makes Avatar fantastic is, especially in the beginning, they had this thing that they did where they had these filler episodes.
And they weren't regular filler; they were good
No,
filler.
they were also just the writing was so clever and the characters were so fun and interesting. You don't really mind taking a break from the main story to spend time on like Kyoshi Island, because like the Kyoshi Island episode takes Sokka and helps him learn to respect women, which is a big deal because the villain in the second season is a woman.
Respect what I mean.
But I mean, in all seriousness, that's what's so fantastic about it. Like everything in Avatar matters in some way. The only episode that I remember disliking was the one with Jet.
Jet? The one where he dies or the one where he first shows up?
Yeah, no, but everything with Jet in book 2 was fantastic. It's the one where he's introduced where I'm just like, this isn't very good.
That wasn't my favorite episode, but it wasn't hated. And that's
No,
the
I didn't
thing.
hate
The
it,
worst
I didn't
episode
like
in the
it.
series is actually one of the better episodes compared to other shows.
Oh, The Great Divide. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Great Divide. I didn't even mind The Great Divide as much as the Jet one, just because I thought Katara was really unlikable in the Jet one.
Well, Jet was kind of unlikable too after a certain point.
Yeah, that's the whole point. I didn't like what they were doing with that. I felt like it was just a kind of a cliche. I felt like
It did feel cliche.
No, I felt like they were above the whole, oh, the girl on the team meets this boy, she thinks he's cute. He turned out to be evil and she had to fight him. I felt like they were above something like that, and then they did it, and I'm like,
Thing is, though,
Okay.
Jet wasn't explicitly evil, and that's
You know
why
what
that
I mean.
episode worked compared to other versions of that trope.
No, but even then, it's still like the whole plot with Katara seems so above them and above
Yeah.
the way they treat. Because she was really used in that episode to create a problem for Aang. Which is one of the great things about Avatar is that they had great female characters, and they were not used as like motivators for the male characters to like get them upset and cause problems for them. And that episode is the only one where I kind of like all Katara really did was be interested in a guy and then realize he's kind of an asshole, so she beat him up.
Yeah, I have to agree that Jet really is an asshole, and the way they used Katara in that episode was kind of garbage.
No, and even the way she treated Aang, like she was like, "Oh, this got cuter. Bye."
Yeah,
Like it was like it just wasn't the way the character. Katara is honestly probably my favorite character. Katara is fantastic.
but Momo, Sokka, Toph, Aang, Zuko, literally
Either
every
Zuko.
other character.
It's either Zuko or Katara.
All right, fair enough.
Honestly, if I Zuko the best written, but Katara, I like Katara. Katara is really cool.
Zuko's probably my favorite example of a rival in anime because he's not particularly a rival
Yeah, no,
After a
I
certain
think he's
point.
my favorite example of
of
I
an
think he's
antagonist turned hero, right?
I think he's the best example of a redemption arc in like an animated series.
Yeah, I'd have to
In a
say it's up
strictly
there with
animated
people.
series. I can't speak on like redemption in like comics or books, but I mean, out of most anime, I don't think there are many theories that come close to do. I think there are theories that do it better, that do certain areas of it better, but I think just the way they handled making you care about him redeeming himself is something nothing else has ever pulled off before.
Yeah, you actually want to see him become a good person because of his
Yeah.
backstory.
Yeah, I also think it helps that he starts out as a villain. Like the problem, like a lot of the time, it's like they're not a villain. Like if you look at like Naruto, like they're not a villain and they become a villain, and it's about like that can work, but it just
doesn't work as well
it's-
as it would in other medium.
No, or in general, it's not as interesting to see somebody go good, bad, good.
Yeah, double agents are done better in video games, I think.
No, what I mean is that it's more interesting to see somebody go from just flat out. You meet them and they are flat out evil.
Well,
And
I
then
wouldn't
they
say Zuko's flat out
slowly-
evil.
Well, no, but I mean like they're an antagonist. They are clearly an antagonist, and they slowly shift to being a protagonist.
All right, that is always significantly more interesting when done
Yeah.
when they're both done correctly, I'd say.
Yeah.
Again, though, I wouldn't say that Zuko is an antagonist. He's more of an anti-hero that works for the bad guys because
He's definitely an antagonist in the first arc, in the first season.
No. By the end of the first season, especially not. I mean, he and Iroh were working against the Fire Nation in the final part of the first book.
Not really. He was working against thou specifically.
Yeah,
not really
but
the Fire Nation. It
yeah,
was more
but he's
so-
like the representation of the Fire Nation in that book.
True.
And besides, he was exiled. Of course he's
Yeah,
going to
true.
be, and of course he's not going to be directly in contact with the Fire Nation, and they don't really like him either until book 2-ish, maybe 3. I
Well,
don't.
they
really
don't
remember.
like him until book 3 because Azula, of course. By the way,
Azula had some great moments.
No, one of my favorite scenes in the whole series is when Zuko walked into his room and Azula just sitting on his bed, and she's just like, "Your life is so wonderful now." It would be a shame
if someone ruined it.
And I just there's no way the Avatar is alive, right, Zuko? And she knew Aang was. That's the only thing I always wondered about. Did she know Aang was alive? I think she did.
I think she had an inkling that he was alive, but didn't know for sure.
Yeah,
And-
but then I'm like, I think if she knew he was alive. She seemed to know, but it didn't seem like the Fire Lord knew that.
So was she holding out information on him too?
Well, I think she wanted to keep a lie about Zuko going. She was manipulating Zuko.
Yeah, that sounds pretty accurate.
And of course, if she told Ozai, oh, by the way, the Avatar isn't dead, Ozai would be like, well, Zuko, get out.
Yeah,
You
but
can't again.
wait, I forget. Who was the one who told the Fire Lord that the Avatar was dead? It was Azula, right?
We never saw.
No, I thought we did. Like we had a situation where they were both where Azula. Maybe I'm remembering wrong.
No, what happened? No, there was a thing. No, but what happened was that they were in Ba Sing Se, and she had. I think she said like the Fire Lord had been informed of what happened. She told Zuko.
Oh, so it was her.
She talked to Zuko about how she told the Fire Lord that Zuko did it.
I mean, the fact that they escaped with Aang's body might have been hint enough, you know?
True, and also what's interesting is that they believed, at least the Fire Lord did at the moment, that the Avatar was gone forever because she died in the Avatar state. What people forget about.
Yeah, if you die in the game, you die for real.
You know, what's
It's a joke.
interesting.
Please don't crucify me for making that joke. Actually, do I deserve it entirely?
I have one thing to say. It doesn't even Avatar, but all hail Kirito Kun-sama. We can move on now.
You can tell him he's an idiot in the comments, please. It'll help me make my point.
Yeah, I am an idiot. That's kind of the point of the discussion.
All right, fair enough.
No, but what would your favorite episode?
Oh, it's probably one of the filler episodes featuring. Oh, it was the one where the fire team went to that island. I loved the beach episode.
It was literally called The Beach.
Oh, yeah, I'm not good with episode names in any regard.
No, Avatar would be the only show where I remember certain titles from it.
All right.
Like I don't do that. I don't even do that with like anime I like.
I don't even do it with
Avatar.
JoJo's.
Yeah, it's only Avatar where I'm like I remember certain titles. But I can't really think I have a favorite episode. The one I always think of is I really like the Southern Raiders stuff for Katara and Zuko. It's so well done.
Honestly, the entirety of Ba Sing Se's second half was great.
Yeah,
Especially the part with Jet. That was probably the only real death in Avatar outside of Korra. But Korra doesn't count. That's not a real shit.
Where they were like,
Korra's not real. Shut up.
And so they were like, let's go all out. Like
Yeah.
Korra, the stuff like I don't want to talk too much about Korra, but the stuff they got away with in Korra that they telling you, but only reason they got away with was because they made Avatar the Last Airbender.
Yeah, there's no way they would have been able to kill off the main character of their old show and have a bisexual female main character.
Well, that was also more of a time difference thing. Like in 2008, that just wouldn't happen.
Yeah, but I still
Now-
feel like it's rare today, unless it's the specific draw of the show.
It is, but I know Steven Universe has
Oh,
it.
shit. Yeah, Steven Universe doesn't exactly have genders for the main gems.
That's also true. I don't know
Shut
much
up.
about Steven Universe. I just know it
Yeah, the
happens.
gems are technically genderless. Don't talk about it though. People will get mad if we get it wrong at all.
Okay. Yeah, we don't want to piss off the really toxic fandom that is.
That is
Steven
Stove
Universe fandom.
Steven Onion Man and the Philosopher's Stone.
No, but one thing that I always found, actually, one little fun, interesting tidbit about Korra, is that I heard that apparently Nickelodeon executives didn't think it would work because Korra was a girl. They showed it to a ton of little boys, and they all loved it because Korra was really cool.
Yeah.
Like, in fact, let's be honest, Aang wasn't that cool.
No, Aang wasn't supposed to be cool. He was
That was
supposed to be a
the whole point.
kid.
Yeah. No, but even at
He
the
was a
end,
kid.
the only time I looked at Aang
As a
and still look
badass?
at Aang, and I'm like, he is in the final episode where he goes into the Avatar state and just destroys those eyes.
I'd say that was one of his more badass moments, but also the way he was basically destroying the Sandbenders for Appa, that was pretty cool
No,
too.
when he killed the moth.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Also, the thing with Aang and
Aang killed that thing. Like, he murdered it.
Yeah, but what about Aang in the spirit world? What spirit world episode was your favorite?
My favorite world thought that would confuse me as a kid, to be honest. There was the only thing in Avatar that got. Maybe I don't know. But looking back, I would probably I actually rewatched some of Avatar like last year. But I would say looking back, probably the time when he went in the North Pole.
Was that the one with
When he saw Koba Face Dealer, yeah.
Yeah, that was the best moment in the spirit world.
That was terrifying. Unless you count Avatar Roku, the Fire Lord, the Avatar and the Fire Lord. Unless you count the one with
That doesn't count because that's not Aang. But that was another fantastic moment.
That whole episode with the stuff with Roku.
That was some of the best
Dozer.
best story writing that I've seen in any show ever.
That's
not
one of
just
the best
animated
stories I've
shows.
ever seen. That was fantastic.
Yeah.
I really like how they established that the Avatar failed sometimes. I like how they don't make the Avatar into this unbeatable god.
Thing is, Aang does fail, so they already did that. That's not why I love it. I love it because of the world building and backstory it gives.
No.
That's just seeing a more human side to the Fire Lord, and then seeing him murder his best friend. That was what cemented him as one of the best villains.
It was also good because it was the first time in the series we had seen a fully realized Avatar fight.
Yeah.
I can tell you, I'll never forget when I was watching it when Roku destroyed the palace with no difficulty, flew up in front of Thozen and was like, "I can end you whenever I want."
And then he died.
If you do anything, if you step 1 inch out of line, I will kill you. And then he leaves, and Thozen was terrified because he did nothing for like 30 years.
Until he found the comet and then killed everyone.
Well, no, until Roku died in front of him on the island, and he was like, "I can do it now," because even though there'll be another Avatar, it will be an Airbender.
And then we can just wipe him out as a child.
Okay,
that
that never made sense to me. That plan always seemed flawed to me.
Well, if they kill everyone, then there's not going to be another Avatar.
Yeah, no, but were they planning on wiping everyone out?
They were planning on putting everyone under their control and wiping out those who fought against them, specifically because he'd eventually reincarnate into the Fire Nation.
No, but that's the problem, though. They would still have to they couldn't just massacre all the water people.
They could, that's the thing.
No, the Airbenders lived in 4 very distinct locations.
Yeah, and so did the Water Tribe. The Earth Nation really was their biggest threat.
No, so I'm basically just like, what? And they also couldn't get to the North Pole. They stated that multiple times.
I mean, for a while at least.
No, I mean, I understood the plan with the comet. Use the comet to defeat, but were they planning on just going to the Water Tribe and killing them?
They managed it for a while.
No, they didn't. They never fell. They never managed to get to the North Pole up until the stuff with Aang.
Yeah, they managed to reach it though.
No, decades later, if Aang had died in that attack, if he had been there and he had died, he would have been reincarnated, grown up, been trained by the waterbenders, and been the Avatar. And
the issue is they already had control of the South Pole. If he was born there, that's a pretty big issue.
But I think it's safe to assume. Actually, no. Wait. Oh yeah, I think he would be. If we go under the assumption that it would work, that he would be born in the same place, that he reincarnate would be born in the same place they were originally, then yeah, the Korra was born in the South Pole, so he would have been born there.
There we go.
Yeah.
Maybe that's part of the lore. So I guess that kind of explains it, if it is.
I'm not sure. The whole plan seemed flimsy. It was like, I understand the whole stop the Avatar, because the Avatar would just be reincarnated. It's actually more harder to kill the Avatar, and what you actually would want is to have a fully trained Avatar fight you, and then assassinate them in the Avatar thing. That's what you would want to do.
But what if you want the Avatar to be reincarnated into the Fire Nation?
They're not that stupid. The Avatar would have too much thousands of years of people telling him what to do.
Yeah, that's true, but Aang didn't realize that until a bunch into his life.
With Thea and Korra, like, they have other ways. If you're not going to communicate with them directly, they can feed you memories. They have ways of getting to Avatar.
But did they know that in the Fire Nation?
Yeah,
like
this has to be Avatar can communicate with past lives. I'm pretty sure it's pretty well known.
Sorry, my computer keeps shutting off for like a moment.
That's weird.
Yeah, it keeps going to a black screen. I don't like it.
You're still
It's
on
scary.
here.
You're scary.
You're
Scary.
still on here. When was the moment that you realized Avatar was like more than just a regular show?
Honestly, when Toph was kidnapped.
That was so dark.
Yeah, and then she learned metal bending. That
Metal?
really was special.
That is one of my that's one of my favorite things in the theory where the guru is talking and you see Toph feeling the minerals in the box.
Yeah.
And they're like,
It
what are you
really
gonna do?
is.
Bend metal? And then she does it.
Yeah, it's special.
Oh, the show's so good.
Yes, it was. Yes,
What did
it
you think of
was.
Did you watch the finale when it came out?
Oh, yes, I did.
So did I. I watched it. I remember I have popcorn.
I remember that being one of the most satisfying endings to a series.
And I was so
Avatar really is almost the perfect show.
yeah. No, I honestly can you think of a legitimate consistent criticism with it?
It's not anime. You can kill me now.
No, I mean like besides for the fact that it has a couple episodes that are meh.
It's not anime, obviously. That's the biggest problem with it.
You know what I mean, I think after that time I can think of one small criticism.
The inconsistency when it comes to killing off characters.
No,
Because
think,
only Jet's been killed, but like no one else did.
I think Zuko should have been on the team longer before the finale.
I could see that. But I think introducing him so late into the game was part of their plan.
No, I understand that. I figured one, you add Top complaints, there was never any Zuko and Top stuff. And I understand why they really needed to do Aang and Zuko, Katara and Zuko, Sokka, because he tried to kill them multiple times.
Yeah, Toph really would be more mad at Zula.
Yeah, actually, that would be cool.
Sleepless episode. Ugh, that's terrifying.
Oh my god, that episode got to me. But I also like it because that's when Toph met Iroh, and Iroh is so cool.
Yeah, that was a special
Can we talk
moment.
about Iroh? Can we talk about Iroh?
He is the grandpa that we all deserve.
Iroh is just a good character.
He's just a regular nice guy with super fire powers.
Well, he's also really smart.
I was gonna say something, but I forgot what I was gonna say. But yeah, he is smart enough to be able to convince people that after someone caught him firebending, Jet, he was able to convince everyone else that he wasn't firebending.
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
No,
and it also led to one of the best arcs.
I also really like the implied backstory for him. I really like how they never really go into his past.
Not like in a flashback episode.
No,
we get enough backstory through drips and through fed drips.
Well, yeah, all we really know is he was a really good Fire Knight in general. He knew he was the only person he was about to conquer Ba Sing Se, and his son died, and he ordered a full-scale retreat, and they left.
Yeah.
Then we know he went to the spirit world, I was like, I remember when I heard that, I was like, what?
Yeah. You don't go to the spirit world and come back. It just doesn't happen.
Not
Except
the way
you're Iroh.
Unless you're Avatar, yeah.
Or Iroh. Iroh's special.
Iroh's just so cool.
Yeah,
And
he
then-
deserves.
And then he
deserves all
created
the-
his own form of bending.
Yeah, like the way that he came up with a counter for lightning bending really is just such an incredible thing.
It's based on waterbending.
Yeah. And I mean, it's kind of like blood bending and metal bending, in which it's something that anyone with the bending power can do, just not all the time.
Yeah.
Like blood bending, according to Korra, can be done at any moment if you're like one specific family. Otherwise, you have to wait for a full moon.
Yeah.
And according to metal bending, anyone can do it, but only on specific types of metals.
Well, no.
I don't think you'd be able to
have minerals in it.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to metal bend platinum. That's what I'm saying.
Minerals, yeah.
Too pure. And then for lightning bending, I'm pretty sure only a specific few can do it, right?
Well, that is one of the things people had a problem with in Korra, is that lightning bending seemed to have been newly discovered in Avatar. Like, people didn't know. Like, it was like this royal thing. And that, like,
No, that was blue fire.
Yeah, no, but I mean, only Iroh could do it, I believe.
And Azula.
Azula, no, and Ozai.
That's the three people we saw doing it, right?
You know, they're a little bit, and then in Korra, you see that's exactly how they powered Earth City.
Yeah, that doesn't make sense.
I mean, also, are there just people there all the time charging them? Like, how did that work?
I mean, if so, that's actually kind of genius.
No, because what?
No, in terms of an in-universe. In an in-universe thing, if you can just produce electricity and lightning, why not put that to good use?
Because
that is probably actually my favorite part of that.
We need to have people there constantly.
Yeah, but they can probably stockpile energy.
That is true. They could like stockpile and do maybe somebody there for like an hour, like 2 or 3 hours.
I'm sure they have people generating it all the time, but they also have places to stockpile it, obviously. Yeah, or else they wouldn't be able to have things like cars, which run off their own fuel source internally.
True.
It's really cool.
You know,
but
I
also
really liked about Avatar was very few kids shows did stories without technology, which was interesting to see.
Or at least low tech kid stories are pretty rare, unless you're gonna be special. Most of the TV shows were Johnny Test, Jimmy Neutron, Dexter's Laboratory. Very few were things like
and even
Avatar.
Things like serialized things like Avatar, like Teen Titans, didn't have were not like low tech. Avatar was like there was no technology.
No, there was basic technology. They had mechanical things like pulleys and
bending.
Yeah, except the candle system. 12-volt candle is perfect.
Yeah, sure, but candle system existed.
Except for like a few mechanically minded towns, there wasn't a huge amount of technology everywhere.
It is worth noting though that the Fire Nation was very advanced.
Yeah, they had steamboats.
Because they
had firebenders.
And tanks. They had tanks.
Yeah, that was crazy.
Well, from my understanding,
it's powered by firebending, obviously.
No, I want to make sure they are based on some
America.
No, the fire is based on, I believe, China.
Shut up! It's America. I know. I don't actually remember, but it's probably it's probably supposed to be some amalgamation of the most powerful countries.
Well, no, the Fire Nation is either Japan or China, like one of the two.
I'll just look it up.
Yeah, look it up.
It is based on. I don't think there's an official one, but I mean, remembering their military uniforms, they look kind of similar.
Well, I'm looking it up.
They look kind of similar to their standard military uniforms. Look kind of similar to, in terms of the helmet, to Japanese samurai and ronin of sorts. I'm not completely sure if that's right, but the culture of the Fire Nation is primarily inspired by China, South Asia, and Southeast Asia, according to the wiki, which at the very top of the article has a thing that says it needs references to support its information. I don't know.
I'm not sure, but who knows? But you know, the culture of Fire Nation is primarily inspired by China. I've heard that before, so I think that's true. But I also, can we appreciate how the bending was based on like real life people?
Oh man, yeah, they had people actually come in and do martial arts for the animators to animate.
Which is like
It's a genius idea. It's fantastic.
Yeah. No, and then they based everything on real martial arts.
Was this done with motion capture? Do you know, or was motion
I
capture
don't-
not a thing?
I don't believe I think it was a thing. I don't think they had access to it for a TV show. You know what I mean? That
Yeah.
sounds like really expensive.
Yeah.
No, what I know, but
I don't think
they
it was
had
used in
people come
Avatar,
in
yeah.
and show off and demonstrate the martial art. Like show them how show the animator what they were doing, and then the animators knew what to animate.
Yeah. What was your favorite joke in the series? Would it be cactus juice, perhaps? It's the Quentius.
Cactus juice stuff was great. Another one of my favorite things. It's more of one of those. It's something I didn't like as a kid, but I like it more now because in retrospective, it's just hilarious. But it's
Combustion
one
Man?
of the things when you look at it after on our rewatch and you start laughing. And when Sokka said you know how Sokka was a sexist, like I mean, it was really sexist in the beginning.
Yeah.
He's like the Katara. Men are good at hunting and fighting, and women are good at sewing and cooking food. And Katara goes on to teach the Avatar how to waterbend and just be Azula in combat.
Yeah.
And
When
then
Zuko couldn't.
And the woman, the woman that comes, and the person that comes closest to capturing Aang and killing him is a woman. It's so hilariously ironic.
Quick question though: would you say that Zuko would beat Azula if there wasn't Katara there and she was in her mindset from the end of the series?
Oh, Katara hadn't been there. I do think Zuko would have won.
But like without Azula going crazy, who would have won?
Oh, Azula would destroy Zuko.
Oh yeah, it's unfortunate.
There's never any indication that Zuko became a better firebender between
No.
boxing thing and then.
There were a few. Nothing
I
like
mean, like, in
Toph
terms
spine
of-
control of sand, but yeah. There were a few things, like him learning how to redirect lightning, him actually teaching
Well, he
the
already knew
Avatar.
that. He had already known that when he fought.
Yeah, I know.
Remember-
He was able to teach it to someone.
True, but remember, Azula attacked them.
Yeah, I know.
on the air temple. They fought. Zuko lost.
Yeah, I know.
Zuko
But-
lost, and that was after he learned from the Sun Warrior. Zuko still lost to Azula.
That's true. How did that?
He knocked him. If Appa hadn't caught him, he would have died.
What sort of difference did learning from the Sun Warriors even make for Zuko in terms of his combat ability?
Nothing.
Yeah, it was more a state of mind thing, right?
Well, no, it was because the way apparently there's two ways to bend fire. There's the way the Sun Warrior do it, and then there's to do it by being fueled by anger and rage.
Yeah.
And because Zuko had like mellowed out and was like a chill dude now, he was like, "Hey everyone, how y'all doing today?" Because he was like chill, he couldn't firebend anymore.
Yeah, I know. Also, that was the episode we got to see the White Lotus, right?
Yeah,
That was so fantastic. The old people cult of good guys.
no. I just loved how it was built up subtly throughout the whole show.
Yeah, I remember one moment when Iroh and Zuko had went to a place in the Earth Nation, and
Like a
then Zuko
shop,
was
yeah.
sitting outside for like 5 hours or something. It was
And then
fantastic.
And then they were heading into the pot. But what's interesting to me was I didn't even really get it. Like I didn't really pick up on it. I don't remember picking up on it as a kid until the reveal when they said we're the Order of the White Lotus, and then everything clicked.
And then it was proven that every old person is actually a secret agent.
You know, because there was a scene. Yeah, I think the thing when I first was like, wait a minute, something going on, is when Sokka went to learn about the sword, and the master gave him a White Lotus tile, and they closed the door to his mansion, and there's a giant picture of the White painted on the doors of the White Lotus.
I'd say that before that, something really stuck out to me before that, and
What?
it was during the game that Iroh played with that businessman.
Oh yeah, when they did the thing.
Yeah, he recognized him as a Grand Master.
I didn't realize. I thought that was just some guy Iroh knew. I didn't realize they were part of some massive organization. You know what
I
mean?
didn't think it was either. I just thought it was something pretty suspicious. And then the more we learned about, or the more we saw of Iroh, the more it seemed more and more suspicious to me.
Yeah, you mean like he was just super powerful? He was so powerful, yeah.
And yet he was this peaceful old man who didn't want anyone to fight.
Well, the reason for that is his son died.
I know, but he also basically found a new son in Zuko, right?
That is also true. One of my favorite lines, one of my favorite things. I keep saying one of my favorite things because they're all
This is like the best show.
Yeah, like when Zuko's about to go after Aang in the North Pole, and Iroh hugs him, and he's like, "I don't remember to stay warm." And I'm just like, this show is so good.
Yeah, most of the characters are fantastic, and then you have people who are funny, like the Swamp people. Swamp Benders were amazing too, just in a different way.
Oh, one episode I didn't love, but as a kid, I didn't like the swamp stuff as a kid.
Really?
Because I didn't follow it. I didn't understand.
Okay, yeah, that was one of the harder episodes to comprehend for me.
I didn't follow it. Looking back, I get it, but when I was taught as a kid, I didn't and I didn't make the connection that it was like hallucinations, and like I understood it, but I couldn't really appreciate how it was boring. I was like, why would I want to see Katara beat her mom? Like, there wasn't enough fun in it to like layer it out.
Yeah. Another one of the better episodes, I think, was when Katara was forced to bloodbend.
Oh,
that was such a moment. I mean, that lady's backstory was unexpected, kind of expected, mostly unexpected.
But it was so creepy.
But it tied into the whole narrative so well. It made sense.
Yeah. No, I also love it because it just made Katara 10 times cooler than she already was.
Yeah, it did.
You thought Katara was awesome before?
She can just make you do stuff. But bloodbending is probably one of the scariest things in the Avatar universe.
No,
bloodbending
freaked me out as a kid.
Along with Korra the Faith Healer.
Yeah. No, but I remember when Korra was coming out, when we were starting to get flashbacks of Yakone.
Oh, Yakone.
Bloodbending. Everybody, before it was revealed to be Abbott, we obviously never saw Aang fight a bloodbender.
Yeah.
He mastered the Avatar thing. And then the show ended. But before we saw how Aang fought on Yakone by breaking out of the bloodbending of the Avatar thing, everybody was like, Katara gonna show up with a flashback and kick his ass. And
she didn't.
I remember when those theories were coming out, I was like, please let Katara beat him up. Please, God, let that happen.
I don't think Katara would be willing to use bloodbending unless someone's life was at stake.
I think it's somebody who's trying to murder
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Her brother and her husband. I think she would be like, okay, enough, and get their ass.
Did you know that Sokka is one of the only of the main cast to actually die?
I know he died. I think, but the most common thing is that he died in the battle when he died protecting Korra from Zahir.
It's not fair. Sokka deserves better.
Yeah. I mean, apparently also him and Suki broke up, I think.
Yeah.
No, Zuko and the fact that Zuko and Mai broke up bothered me.
Yee.
Is there anybody that doesn't know there's the sequel comics that exist?
Oh man, I have to read those. Don't spoil those.
No, I haven't.
I'm joking. You're allowed to.
Zuko and Mai break up because they talk. Yeah, I think it was dead somewhere in Korra, so I looked into it, and yeah, that happened.
One of the best things they actually managed with the entirety of the show was making an episode about Sokka getting stuck in the ground. One of the most powerful messages we got in the series.
I love that episode. I even now, whenever I watch that episode, I start laughing. That episode is so good.
Yeah.
Like the stuff when he's like, hello, Aang, this is my friend. For coupley poof. For coupley poof, this is Aang.
Yeah. I mean, Sokka being rescued and wanting to give up meat just to be rescued, that was great.
Yeah.
We saw his willingness to change, and then it went right back.
Yeah, no, but
right back.
Another episode I kind of enjoyed. The only episode I was ever iffy on. Tell me, did you enjoy the Cave of Two Lovers episode? I was like, meh.
The one where Sokka got trapped in the cave with a bunch of hippies?
And yeah, also the one where we all still wonder to this day if Aang actually did kick Katara or not.
Did he?
I think he did. I think
We don't know.
And I mean, because they never talk about it.
Yeah.
So
maybe they didn't.
Yeah, after looking back, I would assume if Aang and Katara kissed each other, considering they were like 14, Katara was 14 and he was 12, they would be uncomfortable and they would have to like talk about it, and it was like affect the way they acted around each other to some degree.
They probably just hugged or something.
No, they were going to kiss.
It's a joke.
Yeah, no. That episode was good. What did you think of the Katara and romance overall? I mean, that was actually a pretty big part of the show.
Yeah, it was. But honestly, I feel like it was probably one of the better romances, again, in fiction.
I mean, the thing about it
from a non-romance show, at least,
is that it was so natural, and like, but it was believable.
It wasn't love at first sight.
No, and it kind of was.
I mean, it was the first person Aang had seen in years.
Yeah.
Like, literally 100 years.
Yeah, no, but I think also what they did with Katara and Aang was really clever, was that it was never, like, forced, and they were both stood out on their own so much as characters, that whenever they did do the romantic stuff, and because the two characters are such an interesting dynamic, and it worked so well, I could get behind it.
Most definitely.
Oh, one of my favorite things. Funniest episode of the series.
Cactus Juice.
Nightmares and Daydreams.
I know. The stage play episode. Best episode.
Remember Nightmares and Daydreams when Aang had the nightmare?
Yeah, that was funny, but that also had too much development to be the funniest episode. The one where Toph was a giant buff guy in the stage play.
That episode was good. I also really like that as a recap, how they did that.
Yeah, that was the perfect recap episode. That's how you do a recap episode, Naruto.
But that also wasn't really a recap.
Yeah, there was new stuff as well.
Well, because most
and it was a joking recap because most of the information was wrong.
Used the recap episodes as an excuse to save money.
Yeah.
That was clearly not them trying to save money, because the whole episode was new animation.
Yeah, it was. And it was also a big funny.
Yeah, it was really good. I think I heard somewhere that the reason they made it was because they knew a lot of kids watched the show, and then season finale was going to be dark and serious and gonna have like no humor in it. Were there really any jokes in the season finale?
Not as much as I remember.
No, after Aang beat the Fire Lord, there were a couple of really good ones.
Yeah, a couple. But man, Avatar really is just such an emotional roller coaster.
I love it. Avatar's so good. I also think it was the first time I ever cared about a narrative or a story.
Yeah.
And the first time I saw a show or anything, and I actually cared about where the character ended up.
I definitely have to agree. I cried in some moments. There were definitely points that made me cry.
I've cried rewatching Avatar before.
Me too. I didn't cry when I saw when in Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, the dog girl thing. That didn't make me cry.
That was hard. No, that was horrifying.
That was hard to watch, but it didn't make me cry.
No, but that's also a different kind of. That's more like what am I watching? That. You know what I mean?
Maybe a better example would be. Oh, I got it. So for any of you who have played Mother 3, the saddest video game ever created, nothing in that game outside of the ending made me cry.
SAO, the saddest video game ever created.
That's not even a video game. That's just a joke.
Had you seen those sales?
That's not that kind of sad.
Oh.
It's the most emotional, dark, just sad video game I've ever seen. Yeah. It's a fantastic game. You should play it. Not going to spoil anything. The ending made me cry. Nothing else. That
Yeah,
and like
but
the
I
ending
will
of
say,
Pokemon.
watch out in the comments because people will spoil it. So yeah,
We'll delete it. We'll delete comments that spoil
we
spoil
won't.
important.
Talk about whatever you want. Who cares?
I'll delete it. Fuck you.
Whoa!
No, but like actually, you can talk about whatever. Just don't intentionally go out of your way to spoil stuff.
Yeah, no. If you want to, if you want to post something about it, post it. But don't just be like, "This is how the game ends." That's
Yeah.
the thing to do.
Yeah.
Like, oh, you're allowed. You can only spoil it if you're actually gonna like talk about it.
Yeah. Don't just post winning won't bring blank back. And
Yeah,
for
no.
those of you who know what I'm saying, you know
Yeah.
exactly what I mean.
So, I think we should definitely just quickly end this off with, how do you, with established that we really like Avatar, how do you feel about more Avatar?
Depends. Is it going to be Korra, or is it going to be an avatar that's a villain?
No, in any kind, either a story about another Avatar or more Aang stuff.
I'd love to see both, honestly.
Because,
If it's done as well as the first show and parts of Korra, I
Honestly,
would love to see both.
what I would like is for them to take a book out of what they do in Japan with manga and animate the comic.
That too. I'd also like to see just a new concept for the series where like an avatar is the villain. Like they're born to the warring. They're born to the people. The avatar is born to a tribe that's like either is born to a group of bad guys, or the avatar is just inherently evil and chaotic.
You could do that post Korra because
exactly.
Because there's nobody to like. Because there's just Korra.
Yeah.
Because the problem with like that, with like before Korra, was that there were all these past lives to be like, stop it.
Yeah.
Now, all the past lives are, it's just Korra, but only past lives we'll be able to talk to with Korra.
Yeah. No Aang. Ripperoni.
No, but because one of the things I love about the comic, and this isn't a spoiler though, it's just since they take place after the series, they really have fun with the Katara and Aang are dating thing. And it's just the most because the whole theory it's so interesting because so rarely do you actually get to see characters during that period, like after they get to deal with
after they first get together. Yeah, there's usually a time skip.
Relationship and seeing how that affects them, their team, and the rest of the story. And it's very interesting. One of my favorite things in the comic is Aang fighting this firebender, and Katara she said to him, "Stop trying to set my boyfriend on fire." I'm like, this is why I like it. The writing in this show is just so clever.
Yeah, it really is just a fantastic experience. For those of you who haven't seen all of it, go watch it right now. You will not be disappointed.
Avatar is nothing that it's not that long. It's like 50-something episodes, and it's worth watching episode 1 to the final episode.
I give this show 10 popcorns out of 50.
But what I will say is I think we can both agree, after you watch it, take a break for like 3 or 4 months, and then watch The Legend of Korra.
Yeah, or read the comics in that break.
Yeah, no, but you should have a couple months with no Avatar before you see Korra.
It really helps you get a better perspective on things because there was a break between both.
The thing that
it's not the same type of series. It's a lot darker.
Korra is basically, because the thing about the Avatar series is that you can tell multiple different kinds of stories in it, because you can just do one about a different avatar that's completely different. So Korra it's a very, very different show from The Last Airbender.
Yeah, it is. It's a lot darker. It's set in the future of the series and just is different.
It's not a bad show by any means. It's just not the same show.
It's just not the same kind of tone that they're going.
I don't like Korra nearly as much as I like The Last Airbender.
Yeah, but they're both fantastic.
But I think it's just as good, just in a very different way.
Yep. Well, I think we're done for the day, right?
I think we've been talking for 50 minutes. So this is what I think we can both agree you guys to do. If you have something you want us to do episode on like a topic you would like to suggest, tell us in the comment. In the comics, tell us in the comic book.
Hey, maybe we will have a comic book. A guy can dream, can't he?
Yeah, but tell us in the comment section down below. Did you have anything to say, Kyle, about Avatar or anything else?
Cactus juice. It'll quench you. It's the quenchiest. Nothing's quenchier.
Oh, no. Andy, who was your favorite character before we go?
That's a tough one. Wait, do you want the serious answer or the funny haha answer?
Serious answer. Like, who?
I'll give you both. So my favorite character is Cabbage Guy. That's the funny
Cabbage
answer.
Guy is fantastic.
He really is the best, one of the best characters in terms of funny.
No. Cabbage Guy is actually just fundamentally an interesting character. Like, how did he get to all these cities?
Well, he might be a spy. Also, he runs a corporation. That's the best part of
life.
That's the best part of the series. Cabbage Corp. Best part. Nothing will convince me otherwise. But my actual favorite character, I'll have to get back to you on that one. Maybe next episode you'll find out. No, I'm joking. I actually don't have a favorite character. I love most of them just that much.
I really love. Probably my favorite character is probably Katara, just because I really like the episode.
You know what? I changed my mind. It's Toph.
Toph is awesome. No, but I really like one of my favorite parts of Korra are probably the part with Toph in them.
Yeah, probably Toph, maybe Zuko.
No, favorite line is Zuko. I sent somebody like that to kill the Avatar one. Didn't work. That was great. No, but
also Combustion Man. We didn't mention him.
Yeah. What? Who?
Combustion Man. What do we know about him?
That's kind of meh. He kind of just an assassin.
Yeah, but as a concept, like he doesn't use bending, and that's kind of interesting.
He's a firebender. He just bends very strangely.
Sort of. I'll have to look into this. Anyway, the episode's over. We can go home now. Bye.
Yeah. Okay, no, but just subscribe for more videos. You know all that stuff. Leave topic suggestions in the comments. Peace out. Links to my channel and mine and Kyle's Twitter are in the description box down below.
Episode's over. Go home. Don't stick around.